It's men's clothes. I'm
You
supposed
dress
to.
like
Trying to take my shoes.
Do you? Does it look like we wear the same thing?
My shoes. Shoes. Fell in love with me first.
No, you fell in love with me first.
She said it was undeniable.
Oh, really?
I was kind of needing a lot of support, and for like most people, that could be like a burden.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like being a burden on nobody. Like I kind of like just try and get it on my own type of thing. That's how I've been like my whole life. Like you like have my back on stuff. Like I needed help with like a little cash. You kind of help me out with that. I would need a ride to go do this, that, and around the city. But it's kind of like you saw like I was trying to grind and like get stuff done. So you had that same passion about your own stuff. So I had really appreciated that a lot.
It took me a little longer to see that what we had was really what we had, because as you know, my past and stuff like that, it's just like me being that person, everything was just always convenient. So it's like we always just fell into these situations. So at first I had to like really sit down and realize like, okay, like might be kind of real. I think one time I was sitting in my room and I just like started crying, like, and I was talking to God, like, thank you, God. I've just really like realized that everything I have been asking for was there with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just how you made me feel. You were caring. You showed sides that I hadn't, had before, things I hadn't seen before. And, you being supportive the same, like you just, what I gave, you gave back. So it wasn't like it was just a one-sided thing. So the self-love balance and the love balance, like for the both of us. Just taking the time to make sure I'm good, because I honestly feel like I can't give you love if I don't give myself love. Like I got to first love yourself before you can love anybody else. So, like I said, for a while, I feel like I was kind of lost in it. I didn't really know how to handle it. And I think that's probably when you got more of my nagging and confusion, because I'm trying to figure out like, wait, but I had to remember like, actually, you have to give it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because that kind of comes with the confidence and all that stuff like that. So,
Like like when I try to sit and write, that's kind of like my self time. I don't think I've ever necessarily tried to do it that much. I make sure that I'm full or that I'm at a good headspace so I can help you, like just in case you might not be. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, balance and stuff.
Yeah.
The struggles, communication, and being more, I guess, open. I know like a lot of people don't know. I mean, but like a lot of people don't know like the abuse and stuff that I went through when I was younger. And when I was going through that, I tried to more like make the connection. They kind of like when it backfired on me, it just kind of made me feel like, well, shit don't work. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily having that example in front of me all my life on like how to be open, how to communicate effectively with a significant other and stuff like that. I've always seen like just dysfunction, toxicness, and a lot of abuse. So it's like me personally, I just always just kept stuff inside. Work that out on my own. Basically at the end of the day, just take it up with God and just call it a day.
For me, communication is newer, but I'm really solid on communication. Like, it's the most important thing to me ever. Like, if you don't have communication, you don't have anything. So, that had been a struggle with us, with me trying to get you to communicate and getting you to open up. And, you're doing it more now. Thank God. You're doing it more now, so it's good, and I understand, we all had those points, because I had that point where I felt like I wasn't heard. I felt like people weren't listening. So my form of communication was internal. I didn't talk to anybody. I kept it all to myself. I stayed in my own little bubble in my corner. I listened to everybody else, but I would never like communicate how I felt. And I learned that it was just driving me insane. So it was like I had to force myself to communicate. So that's why I force you to communicate, because I understand that struggle, because I had it all my life.
Being in a relationship, of course, like with us now, I had to put in the work to be more open and communicate. Like, don't just like grunt and shove it off. I have to speak effectively about how I really feel. Be accepting of how you feel. being able to have that perspective now, I feel has made me more well rounded as a person, and of course also like in a relationship.
I think we both had like some downs that have happened that have definitely, I wouldn't say forced us, but like bonded us more together. Um, just from seeing each other go through certain things. It's kind of like, it makes us connect even more. Even for a funny situation, like after we had got pulled over in Atlanta coming back from Brandy's birthday,
Yeah,
like
that was a moment. That was
we
a
got
moment.
thankfully we didn't get arrested. We could have got
Thankfully.
arrested, but like something in that moment, like it brought us closer. I think we both felt it. Like it was kind of like we
Yeah.
were both going through it together, and it kind of like was a moment that was a struggle, but it brought us closer together. Like I know I've told you, my mom always said like you hold everything in, it's gonna drive you crazy. So I know how important it is to be comfortable with someone enough to have someone to talk to get it out, because we're so used to dealing with it on our own. And it could be the reasons of not wanting to be judged or feeling like no one's listening. So I do think that is a struggle that we have definitely overcome and we are still working on, but it's definitely growing our love more. Um, yeah.